I'm going to share a secret with you all because when I talk to people, like I see where I'm at today. What's impossible with, what all the theorists say you shouldn't be doing this, but I know where I come from.
People love to just talk about David Goggins at 50. Oh, he's crazy, he's mean. No. I was a fat boy 2 times in my life. I cheated through school. I was abused. I'm still afraid. I was passionless, purposeless, and everything elseless. And you want to now think I'm a monster, I'm crazy? No. This motherfucker was invented because who I was going nowhere. So now this person who's here today is just a man that everybody can be. Not saying like me, go out and do crazy things, but if you want to make yourself better, you even said it, it's the truth. All you got to do is sit back in a quiet room for several days, maybe months, maybe years, and think about, how do I want to look, feel, live, and be? And then you put down a whiteboard and say, okay, better get to work. I was the lowest form on earth. And that was my mindset. So when I talk to people, I don't give them a get out of jail free card. I don't care about your past. I don't care if your mom is gone, your dad is gone. I don't care if you struggle in school or have whatever the hell. I don't care. Because God blessed me with all of that shit. He said, figure it out. It was a test. And you have an opportunity to take the test or not take it. Because I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a truth teller. And people don't like that shit. So while people don't like me, I don't say anything negative towards anybody. So why don't you like me? I sat back and said, God damn, why people don't like me? This is crazy. I'm just trying to get you, to get off the couch, be better. But I know why you don't like me. Because I know why I didn't like myself when I was like you. When you're fat, you're lazy, and you have no ambition, and you're trying to find your purpose, this mythical shit called purpose. People forget who I used to be.
That's where I started learning that life is one big psychological warfare that you play on yourself. You play on yourself, man. The most important conversation I ever had is with myself. And the shit I was telling myself was so wrong. It was so misguided. And it started to be what you say to yourself every single day. And I started creating a whole nother warfare, a whole nother battle. But I don't talk about a lot because I know what I've done. And I know what the mind can do and where it can take you. You have these tools. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the, you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kick a rock down the street mentality. It was nah.
The world will doubt you. Use it. They'll laugh. They'll say you're crazy. They'll tell you to be realistic. Let them.
The one thing that made me who I am today is being vulnerable and being able to tell people who I am. I had big dreams. A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're gonna have a lot of bad days, a lot of setbacks. So I was just failing. I kept failing and kept failing and kept failing.
Nothing's permanent. And that's what I realized. Like when I became David Goggins, I let my finger off the trigger. I was like, oh man, I figured the fuck out. No, that's when I started doing this. I said, oh, okay. So every day has to be a war. Every day has to be you proving yourself to yourself. Every day you got to look in that accountability mirror and say, how am I looking? Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? There's nothing without discipline, man. And discipline is that trigger. And the discipline is the utmost in everything that we do as people in this world, period. When I wrote my books, I had to become an artist. An artist is a person who can take his life or take a piece and then make something beautiful of it. Okay? That's an artist. Tell them how you really feel. Tell them that shit, because they believe that you're God. Because I believed you were God. Now that I'm in here, I see that guess what you are? You ain't God, that's for damn sure. When I got the Navy SEALs, and all this shit started coming out about Navy SEALs, lying about this lying about that lying about leaving the damn Air Force Combat Controller up there. Just Google the shit, okay? I was like, oh, I'm not alone anymore. You guys just can't come online and say David Goggins didn't deploy, which he did. David Goggins didn't go to combat, which he did. David Goggins was one of the best in his platoon, which I was. And this ain't me talking shit. These are the fucking, when everybody turns against you and you are all alone, you put humble on that shit. There ain't no more humble on that shit. That's just the damn truth. And guess what the truth is?
You want to win? Then embrace this suck. No excuses, no shortcuts, no surrender. You'll cry, you'll bleed, you'll want to quit. Do it anyway.
So I had to teach myself how to fail right. And what that means is when I fail, I can't spend much time in that fail zone. I have to be able to get up and get after the next day just as fast.
The choice is yours. Right now, you have two options. Stay where you are. Keep making excuses. Keep waiting for luck. Keep letting life kick you down. Rise the fuck up. Outwork, outthink, outlast.
So the big thing is know that if you have big goals and big dreams, along the way, failure is going to happen. So how fast do you get up from that? You got to teach yourself that. That's the wrong way to go. I want to own 100% of the suffering I went through in my life. I don't want anybody telling me, hey, Goggins, you can't say this. I would lose my shit. I suffered this badly, and you tell me I can't say this? There have been all kind of problems with that one. So I made sure that I wanted to own all of Can't Hurt Me and own all of my own life story. So that's what it really is all about. A year, it cleans you up nicely, man. Whatever your problem is, if you can dedicate yourself for a year to something, you can be a changed person. But the biggest key to success in anything you do is you got to have an unlimited supply, this drive and passion, and it may come from nothing. Like for me, there was no passion, no drive, no nothing. But I had this fire that I'm gonna be somebody. And it has to be there because on all those bad days and all those days you don't want to do shit, you have to be your own motivator, your own coach, your own trainer, your own everything. So to do that, you have to come into work, and work is whatever your work may be, ready to go. And what that means is you may have failed miserably yesterday, but you come to work like, people are like, man, you just lost everything. How the hell are you this damn motivated? Because this is what it takes. This is what it takes. And you got to get it from wherever you can. Whether you make up this illusion of your life or this false reality that gets you motivated, whatever gets you motivated, it's got to be here at the tip of your brain at all times. Because in those dark moments, you got to pull it out. So that's the big thing for me, man. I was always fired up at all times.
No excuses, no weakness, no surrender. This is for the fighters, the strugglers, the ones who refuse to stay broken. Welcome to the path to discipline.
Google David Goggins to get all the facts about who I am. And you'll see that's exactly who the fame is, a guy that's going to push you every day of your life, whether you like it or not. And I push myself that way. So what I put in that book, partial truth. The real truth is, when you're a Navy SEAL and you choose, fucking Navy SEAL, when you choose to be special, when you choose to be different, it looks like it sucks every day of your life. And if it doesn't, you chose the wrong job. It's not 6 months and then move on. It's the rest of your life. It's a sacrifice, because when I chose to be that,
what do you want to give up? What are you going to sacrifice? What are you willing to forgo? And that's why my first question is, how bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you do it, and nor do I have the time or energy to force you into that place that I know you have to be to do it. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen. And that's what people don't know. But to get there, luck ain't gonna happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man. It takes a lot of work. As I see what is not the norm, you said it perfectly there. The one thing that made me who I am today is being vulnerable. It's breaking myself down to the absolute rock bottom.
I was below average for the first 24 years of my life. I'm 50 years old now. So I'll tell you this. The most exhausting thing in this world, I don't know any of you. So I'm not talking to you, I'm talking about me. This is really me talking to me while I'm up here. I don't know you from Adam. But the most exhausting thing in this fucking world is to be around average. The most exhausting thing in this world is to wake someone up to make them try to be better. It's to try to make them eat better. Try to make them live better. Try to make them go to school and be better. It's the most exhausting thing to be around average, to pull this dead weight all through their life because they don't want to be better.
Stop making excuses and start suffering. You want change. You want success. You want to be somebody? Then shut the hell up and get to work. You're not tired. You're just soft. You're not unlucky. You're undisciplined. You're not too busy. You're just full of crap. Every time you hit snooze, every time you scroll mindlessly, every time you say tomorrow, you're losing. You're giving your life away, one excuse at a time. No one's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not some motivational video, not even this one. This is just a slap to the face. The work, that's all on you. You want success, but you can't even conquer your own laziness. You talk about goals, but can't even show up for yourself. Discipline isn't something you feel. It's something you do when you don't feel like it. That's what separates killers from quitters. You keep searching for motivation like it's oxygen. Let me tell you something. Motivation is a damn lie. It's weak. It's emotional. It fades the second life punches you in the mouth. Discipline is different. Discipline says, shut up and work. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline shows up when it's raining, when it's dark, when you're dead tired. Discipline is cold, ruthless, relentless. You think you deserve success just because you want it. Success is earned in the dark when no one is watching. While your friends are partying, you grind. While others sleep in, you rise. While they escape pain, you walk straight into it.
Be honest with yourself
100%.
About where you're at.
100%.
People don't like that.
Oh, it's ugly.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it is that as you're trying to fix yourself and dig yourself out of this deep hole that life, society, and you helped also, those people who you saw down there in that hole who were there with you, who were your friends and people who you counted on, because you meet the people in the same situation that you're in life. Those people become your friends. And the second you try to get out of that situation and become better, those people are in that grave, in that dungeon, just yanking at your heels, man, saying, come on back here.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna make me feel like shit by
Right.
you getting out of this hole.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
So I get that all the time now. People would constantly remind me of who I used to be back in the day. And they always come out of the woodworks, man. Versus my
That's still
God.
happening?
You know what? When you come from a small town, and you come from a place that a lot of people don't want to come out of it and get out of it, and all you want to do is become somebody, small town mentality is a real mentality. You've got to be able to get out and let your mind see open-mindedness. Because a small town, what it does to you is it closes your mind. Completely closes your mind. Not everybody. This isn't everybody. A lot of people. You have to be able to go out there and create open-mindedness. You need space. You need space to see the world. Like a lot of racism, a lot of ignorance in the world, it comes from people not being out and seeing other things, seeing other people, seeing all kind of shit. That's why we judge so harshly. because our minds are so close to the reality of life, period. Well, everything I do, I try to do my very best. And now that I'm out here trying to share this story with people, I want to be so real and so authentic to the point where it was embarrassing to me. As I was writing some stuff and I was giving it to Adam and we were going back and forth, I'm like, man, I was talking to my fiance, do I really want people to know about me?
Shit.
I had to show people I was human. You know, people didn't think I was human. They thought I came from outer space, man, from some spacecraft and shit, and landed down here and just formed Goggins from the rocks and the soul of the earth. No, that's not how it is, man. So I just said, I'm gonna...
Look at your life. Are you where you want to be? Be honest. This is your reality check. Right now, you have two choices. You either grind or you die. There is no in between. No one's coming. No handouts. No magic path. Just you, your excuses, and the war in your mind. You say you're tired? Good. You say life's hard? Good. You say you feel like quitting? Perfect. Now's the moment that defines you. Most people fold under pressure. They hide behind distractions, dopamine, and lies. They say, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow's a graveyard full of lost dreams. Discipline doesn't ask for your permission. It doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't wait for motivation. It wakes up early. It suffers. It executes.
Who I really am, though, is a conqueror. And a conqueror is a motherfucker that's willing to give up everything. It's not for everybody. You got to have the right person in your fucking life. And that person has to, this is the thing that people don't understand. You only need one motherfucker. Sometimes that one motherfucker is you. And only you. And sometimes you found the right woman or right man in your life that says, look, we're going against everybody. Every fucking body, and it's gonna hurt. There's gonna be some sleepless nights. There's gonna be a lot of doubt, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. My mindset when I was a fat, 300-pound, 24-year-old was praying for cockroaches, and I was married to the wrong person. Because when I came home, I said, I gotta make a fucking change. I'm making $1,000 a month. I have nothing.
You want to know why you're still stuck? Why you're still weak? Because you keep lying to yourself. I'm tired. I'll start tomorrow. It's too hard. Shut your mouth. Those aren't reasons. Those are excuses. And excuses are the chains keeping you locked in mediocrity. You say you want to win, then stop whining and earn it. You scroll all day. You sleep in. You wait for the perfect moment that's never coming. Meanwhile, the clock's ticking and your dreams are dying. No one's coming to save you. Not your family, not your friends, not some miracle. This is on you. Your excuses, burn them. Your distractions, kill them. Your comfort, that's the enemy.
And that's how I fixed it. Literally, being able to look somebody in the eye and say, you know what, man? I have a whole bunch of character problems, character flaws. I've lied about this. I've cheated here. I'm insecure here. This isn't the real me. I lied to you about that. I wanted your acceptance in life. All those things happen, but the thing about it is that we get judged so quickly by who we are. We don't know. We don't go to where it happened. You know, life created this person, me. Life created me to be this person that I was back in the day. And I had to realize, man, that's okay, man. It's not my fault. Now I gotta go back and fix this shit, though. So a lot of this isn't your fault, why you do some things you do, why you feel the way you feel. But no one's coming back to save your ass. You have to go back to where the shit started, wherever that place is for everybody, and have the courage to go back there and start fixing what broke you. And that's when I was like, hey, I'm gonna go back and fix this though. And it's kind of hard to almost separate that. I'm almost, not in a way I'm kissing my own ass, but I'm amazed at what a human being can actually do. So when I start talking to myself in the third person, it's strictly because I know that I literally made this human being out of just like a whole bunch of scraps. And I wasn't, I wasn't a mechanic. I wasn't a carpenter, so I didn't know how to do any of this shit. I wasn't trained in how to build a human being from nothing. Like my mom didn't train me, my dad didn't train me, life didn't train me. Well, life did train me. Yeah. Life did train me, correction. And I started putting this scrap metal together. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? The first year I tried to do is all up. And after a while, I started learning more and more and more through pain and suffering. I started learning so much about stuff. Before I knew it, man, I built this beautiful car. I'm like, how did I do that? And I knew how, and I know how to do it because I have all the tools. Through all the failure I went through trying to build this person who's Goggins.
This is the darkest era in human history. You are surrounded by dopamine, distractions, and weakness disguised as pleasure. They hand out likes and claps for doing nothing. You're being trained to stay soft, stay small, stay obedient. But you didn't come here to be average. You came to dominate. This world, it doesn't care how you feel. It respects results, and results are born in pain. You don't get strong from comfort. You get complacent. You don't rise by chance. You rise through war. You either become a weapon or get broken by life. There's no middle ground. You think the universe owes you something. It doesn't owe you peace. It gives you pressure. And you either crack or you become forged. Greatness isn't given. It's bled for. It's earned in the hours no one sees. When you're tired, alone, broken, but you still grind. That's the difference. That's what separates the lions from the lambs. This era isn't your excuse. It's your weapon. While weak men cry about how hard everything is, you should be salivating. This chaos, this uncertainty, this pressure cookers of a world, it's the perfect fucking environment to create a god. While they scroll, you suffer. While they seek comfort, you build calluses on your mind, on your soul. This world is soft. It hands out applause for mediocrity. It numbs people with likes, dopamine, and easy pleasure. You don't rise by accident. You rise through war. War with yourself. War with your thoughts. War with every weak habit trying to drag you back to average. Got stay locked in. Stay savage. Use every ounce of darkness as fuel. Turn your loneliness into focus. Turn your rejection into rage. Turn your pain into power. You are the anomaly. You are the machine they can't comprehend. So don't explain. Execute. Don't post. Produce. Don't whine. Win. This era was made for the ruthless, for the disciplined, for the dangerous. So don't you dare slow down. Don't soften. Don't seek comfort. Stay hard. Stay wild. Stay unbreakable. Mediocrity is a slow death. Distraction is the devil's playground. And weakness is a betrayal of everything you could become. The world will tempt you to rest, to scroll, to numb yourself. But every second wasted is another step toward regret. And regret is a coffin you build with your own weakness. Wake up. No more pity. No more whining. No more soft talk. This is a call to arms. Kill distraction. Choke excuses. Move with rage and precision. Embrace the darkness, because in the dark, the real you is waiting. The version of you that doesn't compromise. Anyone takes what's. The question is, will you let your version out, or will you die soft, lie high? The choice is yours.
This world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care how tired you are, how hard your day was, or how unfair life has been. The world only respects one thing: strength. Who are you when no one's watching? Who are you when it's dark, cold, and no one's clapping? That's the real test. Because greatness isn't found in comfort. It's forged in chaos, in pain, in isolation. You don't rise by accident. You rise through war. You want greatness? Who are you? Stop being soft. No one's coming. You either become a weapon or get broken by life. Greatness isn't given. It's bled for. Comfort is your enemy. Pain is your ally. Suffer with purpose. Turn dark energy into fuel. This isn't a game. This is war. Forge your own greatness. Stay hard. This is the age of weakness, where distractions are rewarded, where comfort is worshipped, where men and women trade their power for likes, for validation, for temporary highs. You were born for war, not against others, against yourself, against your laziness, against your excuses, against the pathetic, comfort-addicted weakling staring back at you in the mirror. But here's the truth you've been running from. Your darkness isn't your enemy. It's your fuel. Pathetic,